Okay, guys, we'll start. Okay, just give me a sec. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, I'm on mute now.
Yes,
So,
sir.
guys, all those okay, Santanu. So all those people who are watching on Zoom, the number is not big. Anyways, we didn't promote it as much, so that is fine. But also, it's aired on YouTube. So if there is anyone who is watching on YouTube, feel free to come on Zoom. We have already shared the link in our particular platforms or WhatsApp groups. So what will we do today, guys? We have been making some observations throughout our career. There are few mistakes that job seekers do on regular basis. Few mistakes which are really unwanted, and if they do this, then ultimately they end up in making or messing up big time. We will clear all these doubts. We will talk about these things, and we'll also talk about some of the channels which people are not exploring if they want to explore jobs. And after this, we will wrap up the session. Before doing that, we will have a 5 minute for discussion. If in case you have any queries, keep it parked till the last 5 to 10 minutes. We'll just wrap it up there. Okay. So, guys, what are the basic mistakes? Let's see. There are a few things. Many of us, we try to look for jobs. We share our resumes with the recruiters. We do many things, but we do not do it in the right way. So what we have to do, guys, the basic observation is that whenever we get a resume from any of the person, they do not update the things, that they do not update it in a proper format. They do not write a proper content of the email body. By doing this, the recruiter will not even open the resume. For example, if I am sharing my resume to the recruiter, I have to write in a proper subject line that who I am. I have to write in a proper subject line about who I am. What is my designation? What is my experience? You have to update these few lines in the subject line. The common observation with the people is that there's, in fact, whenever my team used to work on recruiting people, they all used to highlight the same thing. People do not write all these things, they do not properly update the subject line. So whenever you share your resume, update your name, update your skill set, update the experience that you have. That should be the first thing. If you miss this particular thing, just give me a second, guys. Okay. Okay, if you miss this particular thing itself, then the recruiter is not going to go through your resume further. Then comes the second step. The second step is, once your subject line is done, your resume. Guys, people just attach the Excel file there and there itself without writing anything on that, without renaming it. So whenever you apply for the job, you have to look that much professional, because many a times if you are not if you do not look that much professional, there are many people who are competing with you. If you do not do things right, other people will get away with it. So you have to update the file name of your resume. Again, the things will be same: your name, then your skill set, followed by your experience. If you start doing this particular thing, then the recruiter will move to the third part. Then he will look at the email body. He will look at the email body, and then he will see what the person has written in it. If you have not written anything, if you are just saying that please find the attached resume, keep me updated, then probably he may just overlook it, and he may prefer to go for the person who has updated his resume in a proper format. So this is cover letter, guys. You might have heard so much about cover letter, right? People talk so much about cover letter. There are so much sites who provide different cover letter, sample cover letter. People have done it, people look for it, and people get more confused. So to put it in a very simple way, the cover letter contents should just be divided in three paragraphs. The way you communicate on email, that's it. That is what the cover letter is. There is nothing to worry about it. So write three paragraphs. First paragraph would be, if in case you are applying for a specific job, I came through this particular requirement in this particular channel. I would like to apply for this particular job. I have this much years of experience. First paragraph, that's it, nothing more than that. As soon as the recruiter sees that, he would understand which job you have applied for. If he is not aware about which job you have applied for, then he won't be in a position to see your resume, because at the same time, one recruiter works on 5 to 10 requirements. So in order for him to understand what you are applying for, this first paragraph is very important. If you do not do it, he will ignore your resume. He will move up to the second resume, because it's a competition, guys. Second paragraph is, write something specifying that how, what makes you eligible for applying for that particular requirement. For an example, if you are a developer, if you are applying for a job of 5 years of experience, you can write in the paragraph that I strongly feel that my profile would be very good fit for this particular requirement, because I have worked for 45 years in the same skill set. And you can, if you want, you can just, if there is any other training, you can just specify something about that. And if you are a fresher, you can say that you are looking, you are energetic, you have gone through these trainings, and definitely you would clear it if in case you get a chance. And third paragraph would be very simple. Just write that you are waiting for the update, please keep us further updated. And it doesn't stop here, okay? So these are few things. If in case you have been observing that people keep texting me, okay, we keep sharing requirements in multiple groups, people keep texting me back stating that people are not responding. And whenever I text them back stating that, "Oh, can you just share me the screenshot of the email that you have shared," then I see that there is no proper subject line, there is no proper cover letter. And if these things happen, just keep sharing your resume 100 times, but the chances of your resume being looked for the recruiter is just 20 to 25% if you are not following these things right. So start following these things, okay? Another thing, guys, this is not, it's not over here. The recruiter may still overlook your resume, because at the same time, we all know what the situation is. One requirement is there, two requirements are there, and some 20 to 50 people, 50 to 100 people are applying for just 5 open positions. You all can imagine what email, what is the email, and how is the email of the recruiter looks like. So you have to do a follow up. Maybe you are sending an email today, okay? Maybe some hundreds of people have shared the resume with the recruiter today on that. If in case he has overlooked your resume, or missed your resume, or not gone through your resume, tomorrow you have to do a follow up. You have to do a follow up. You have to do a follow up stating that, please keep me further updated with the further course of action. That's it, guys. And it's your duty to follow up, because if recruiter is missing the resume, then it's your duty to remind them. Keep following up. Do not make it like do not write 2 emails in a day, or do not do it on daily basis. Leave one day, again do a follow up. Leave one day, again do a follow up. And record all these things. Record all these things on an Excel sheet, because whenever we look for a job, we apply for multiple requirements, we should have a proper track about which requirement, what is the status of the application. If you have applied for any one specific requirement, where are we standing on that requirement now? So you have to be aware about all these things, so that you can do a proper follow up. If there is any specific learning from that particular proposal to the requirement, mention it in your comments. So this is a process, guys. Job search is a process. It will not happen in a single day. But if you do these things, the chances of you getting job will be much earlier than what others will get. And now this is a competitive world. If you start doing these things right, then you will be the person who will see things happening for you in very less span of time as compared to other people. And if other people are missing that trick, then automatically the job will go for you. You will get the job. So keep doing these things right, okay? And you will automatically feel the difference. Excel sheet low requirement, which job you are applying for, who is the recruiter, which is the email ID you have applied for, and when did you apply for, what is the status of follow up, what was the feedback, if in case you already get feedback, and keep working towards it. Maximize your efforts. More you apply for the efforts, more are the chances of you getting the job. The second thing is, now we spoke about and be very active, guys. Be very active. Most of the people have their LinkedIn profiles, but what you have to do is utilize their LinkedIn profile. Be there on LinkedIn for half an hour at least for the entire day. Explore different profiles, explore the profiles of recruiters. See, there are many recruiters who keep sharing requirements on regular basis. See who are these people and be very vigilant, because it's all about being vigilant and grabbing the opportunity as soon as you get it. That is what it is. ठीक है. अब इतना होने के बाद guys, this is one part of it. We are applying for jobs, so it's not that एक उसमें होता है, वैसे नहीं है. Whatever challenge we have, whatever the channels we have to track all the channels. So इससे तो नहीं होता है. इससे खाली ऐसा नहीं है कि इससे ही हो जाएगा. Maximize करो efforts, and that will increase the chances of you getting a job. Now let's talk about channel, people. Okay, now let's talk about what are the channels of job search. Because first of all, what do people do? People go to consultancies. That is one thing. If you are a fresher, you apply for campus drive, you get selected there. If you do not get selected there, if some unfortunately something doesn't go good, if your percentage is not fitting the bill, then the actual job search process starts. We spoke about half the thing, about how to do it manually. Now let's talk about how to make the system work in your favor. Consultancies, go ahead, see if there are any consultancies, go ahead, register with them, and closely work with them. But it doesn't get over here. Like, there are so many portals and we have to start using these portals. We will talk about portals, we will talk about how companies are hiring by their specific portals, and things have changed, guys. What we used to do 10 years back has completely changed. It has so much changed and people are not aware of it. So that's the reason why they do not get the jobs. We will talk about all those things that have changed now. Okay, we will start with some of the job search portals which are specifically there for freshers or the people with less number of experience. Now we will specifically talk about some of the companies to start with. Because आज से 10 से 5 साल पहले, right, most of the requirements used to be done through campus interview. When I was responsible for making campus onboards in some of the organizations, we used to keep a specific number for specific horizontal. Like for 1 year, we will hire some 3,000 people for one specific horizontal, that is ITIS. These numbers used to be rolled out once, and on the basis of these numbers, in the month of October or something related, we used to go ahead with different campuses and we used to do bulk hiring. And these type of hirings are not skill specifics. Probably you may get a domain, maybe as a developer or into data warehousing, into testing, or into some other ITIS skill sets. You may get some idea related to this, but you will not get a specific skill set. If you are a developer, you may be a developer, but you will not be aware whether it's going to be Java, it's going to be .NET, it's going to be any other development skill. And same thing happened with other skill sets as well. So we used to go to campus, we used to hire people, and we used to place them across all locations. As MNCs जो है इन लोग के locations जो है, they are not stick to one location. Okay, so across location में अपन इनको place करते थे, and we do not ideally speaking, we do not expect any person to have some reservations, because this will help you guys. Okay, if in case any fresher is watching this on YouTube, or if they come through this particular video, if you are being selected as a fresher, the team, the company themselves, they are not aware about which project you will be allocated to. Most of the times they are not aware of it. So you may get a project, you may be selected at one particular location, you may get a project at Pune location. So as a fresher, be flexible here. If you are in a college now, if you are not being flexible, then you are missing this, guys. And I have seen people who say that they are flexible, and after joining an organization, they come up with some of the reasons. These reasons may be genuine, these reasons may be just cooked up. I have seen it happening, guys. I have seen it happening all. And generally, people will not allow any deviations, because what happens is, if I allow deviation for one person, then the entire people will keep coming and asking for that. So that's the reason why guidelines are there. I thought of talking about it because it may help you. If you are in college, if you are selected in a campus interview, or if you are selected in any other platforms as a fresher, this may help you, because ideally speaking, same is the thing that is followed everywhere. तो थोड़ी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी बता दो, ठीक है? तो दैट इज हाउ वी यूज टू हायर पीपल, दैट इज हाउ वी यूज टू प्लेस. तो थोड़ा फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी बता दो, इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर यू. उसके बाद क्या होता था, नाउ द प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैव चेंज. If we talk about TCS, now they have their own platform. TCS, they have their own platform. TCS NQT, they conduct this particular test, and through this particular test, if you clear this particular test, it also makes you eligible for the companies who works on the platform of TCS, and you can keep applying for those jobs. Then TCS does something known as TCS Ninja hiring. They do it once a year. Then this is specific to fresher. This is specific to all the freshers. And if you are a fresher, you have it is done once a year. You have to keep ahead and apply for that. Then, if you are not getting selected in campus interview, if your colleges are not a part of campus interview, still, if you clear this, you will get an opportunity to work with a company named World TCS. Okay, TCS next step is their portal. You can explore that. TCS next step is their portal. You can explore this particular portal, and you will be aware, you will have an idea about which all are the programs are learning there, going on there. I will paste some of the links in the description, so see it. That would be helpful for you. Similarly, Infosys is running some of the programs. Okay, Infosys also has their own programs. They run something known as Hack with Hack with Infi, and InfiTQ. So you can go ahead. You can be vigilant, guys. Being vigilant is the key. The moment you are not being vigilant, you will miss an opportunity. और bulk hiring होते रहती है, guys. At the moment, you will see that the attrition is there, right? In an IT industry, the attrition is there, and it is for sure because there are many opportunities that are there. So people, they keep hiring at one end, and the people who are like who keep leaving, so they will just join in after a while they will go leave, they will switch to another job. So getting a fresher is a good deal for them because freshers are quick to learn, and there are some other issues related to package, and they are very quick to learn. So these people, they will keep hiring freshers on multiple basis. And Wipro is also doing that. Wipro has launched something known as Elite National Hunt. Elite National Hunt बोल के उनका एक website भी है. If you log in, you will know what all things this particular thing, what this particular company is hiring. Tech Mahindra, they has a registration form which they keep rolling on regular basis. So you have to be vigilant, guys. I have told you few of the names. If you are a fresher, start applying for that. As TCS जो ninja hiring जो होता है, it is like only for generally for freshers, but it also do hiring. Many companies are doing hiring which is not restricted to the current pass outs. If you are like last year pass out or 2 years back you passed your education, you can still apply for that. And if you are doing your masters, you can still apply for TCS and QT. So there are so many things that you have to do. People are not aware about of this. People just keep sharing resumes. People just keep texting people on LinkedIn, and then they say that things are not working. और ये सब होते हुए गाइस, अगर 5 से 6 महीने निकल गए, so और 6 महीने होने में that new batch which is ready to hit, that will soon come in there. Okay, so ये चीजें avoid करो. Guys, other than this, there are some specific job portals named there are some job portals like which are specifically there for freshers. Internshala बोल के एक job portal है. Hirist is another thing. Naukri First is another thing. So go ahead, make maximum of these platforms. Internship, guys, do not waste time. I want to specifically talk. Internship is something that will help you to gain the experience. If you have worked as an intern in a company, there are chances that the same company will select you. आपको एक रैपो बनाना रहता है मैनेजर के साथ, एंड वंस दे गेट अ परमानेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी, इफ दे फील दैट दिस पर्सन इज अ गुड असेट फॉर द टीम, they will convert you into a permanent role. So do not overlook this aspect known as internship. इंटर्नशिप जनरली शॉर्ट टर्म ही रहते हैं, तो मीन वाइल दूसरे जॉब्स भी देखते रहो. एंड इफ इन केस यू गेट अ परमानेंट जॉब, देन प्रोबेबली आफ्टर इसका शॉर्ट टर्म जो है वो खत्म ही हो जाता है. इफ यू डू नॉट गेट अ परमानेंट जॉब, internships will give you an exposure wherein you would learn how to communicate, how to talk. You will know what professional environment is, and it will also help you to prepare for the interviews which you will be doing in process. सो इंटर्नशिप्स को इग्नोर मत करो. इंटर्नशाला, हायरिस, नौकरी फर्स्ट आर फ्यू ऑफ द पोर्टल. ओके गाइस, उसके बाद जो है, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट सम एक्सपीरियंस पीपल एंड मोर एक्सपीरियंस दैट यू कीप गेटिंग. एक्सपीरियंस में भी आजकल बहुत सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स आ गए हैं. अदर दैन द जॉब पोर्टल्स, इनिशियली दैट देयर मॉन्स्टर एक पोर्टल था, नौकरी वाज देयर, टाइम्स जॉब वाज देयर. But now, along with these three, there are many other portals which has come into picture. Like Shine is really doing good. Shine is really doing good. Then there is something known as Vacitum, if I'm recollecting it rightly. Vacitum, Vacitum. Okay, I will text some five sites. Okay, Naukri is there, Times Job is there, then Indeed was doing good, Shine was doing good, Monster was doing good. Guys, what people do is they apply for maximum of two websites. They update their details there. I will tell you something very important, guys. We will talk about something, the major reason why people do not get selected through web portals. Okay, that's point number one. You do not explore, you only explore restricted portals like time job, जो भी बड़े बड़े है उसमें आप अपडेट करके resume छोड़ देते हो. You do not revisit it on regular basis. You do not completely update it. If you are changing your preference locations, you do not update it on the portal. It's just there in your mind. You are not updating your resume in a format that applicant tracking system will read. And by not doing all these things, your resume will not even reach the recruiter. बस होता क्या है, आज से 10 साल पहले इतने ज़्यादा पोर्टल्स नहीं थे, इतने ज़्यादा रिक्वायरमेंट्स 15 साल पहले नहीं थे ये वो. ओके, सो होता क्या है कि you have to ensure that these things are properly updated, your resumes are properly visited, your job preferences, location preferences are already updated as I said. और उसके साथ साथ your resume should be in ATS friendly format. As soon as your resume in this particular format, you will realize that you will start getting loads of calls, loads of emails from directly from the recruiters. Your emails will be filled if you do these things right. Okay, so 5 job search portals hai. Do not do it just for 2 job search portals. Update it in 5 job search portals and update it in ATS format. We will talk something about ATS format क्या होता है उसके बारे में भी we will talk. Okay, so as once you do this, then you will get a chance because automatically like 70% of resumes doesn't even reach a recruiter if these things are not being done in a right manner. So ये कर लो, proper email करो और keep revisiting your profile, do some minor changes here and there, and this is a trick how your resume will automatically keep getting refreshed. Resume refresh होता जाएगा, सबसे ऊपर आता जाएगा, and you will start getting a call. Guys, अभी अपन ATS के बारे में थोड़ा बात करते हैं. But before talking about that, one more thing is that, because Google, we all know Google search is a search engine. Google search engine is helping people a lot and people are not using it. Is what does Google search engine do? If you search something, it will explore all the available websites and bring you all the details of what you are looking for in the front page, right? Similarly, if you are looking for a job, if you are looking for a Java job, if you just write there Java jobs in a specific location, Google search engine is doing it very well. The algorithms have been working really well. You will get all the details of the jobs which are updated in all the websites. For example, just do it. Search करो Google jobs in Java, how much experience you have, और वहाँ पर filter भी set कर सकते हो आप. So by doing this, you will get a list of jobs. Google Jobs बोल के एक उन लोग का अलग page है. That page will automatically open. You can automatically select, sort from there, and the same job, if I am applying for I have updated a job as a recruiter in one specific company, for example say Cognizant. If I have updated in their career page, if I have updated the same job in Naukri portal, if I have updated the same job in LinkedIn portal, pura random search, okay, you get the complete list and your job search will be very easy. People, I have seen people getting selected in Accenture here. using this particular Google job search. Accenture, because it's very simple guys. अब 5 वर्क साइट में आप अपलोड करोगे, उसके बाद आप खाली सर्च करोगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली कितने भी है सब आपको सब फ्रंट पेज पे दिखोगे जॉब. स्टार्टअप्स के भी जॉब वहां पर आते हैं, बिग कंपनीज एमएनसीज के भी जॉब्स वहां पर आते हैं. सो स्टार्ट यूजिंग दिस. Now, like guys, let's talk something about applicant tracking system in detail. Zada, we won't talk much about in detail. We will talk only about few things, and if you start doing things, I will tell you how it works, so that you can just revisit your resume. You can just make some changes there, और एक बार changes हो गए तो automatically you will see the difference. ठीक है? So guys, graphical वाला जो format resume use करते हैं लोग, जो कैनवा पे यू अपडेट सम डिटेल्स, एक ऑटोमेटिकली एक स्क्रीन सामने आता है. डू नॉट डू दैट, डू नॉट अपलोड दैट. ओके, डू नॉट अपलोड दैट, बिकॉज व्हाट विल हैपन इज, जो एप्लीकेंट ट्रैकिंग सिस्टम जो रहता है ना, जो भी आप रेज्यूमे वहां पर अपलोड कर रहे हो उसको एक स्ट्रीमलाइन मेथड में बना देता है, और ग्राफिक ये वो रहे तो वो अलाइनमेंट ये वो सब डिस्प्लेस हो जाता है. सो बाय डूइंग दिस इट विल नॉट इवन रीच द रिक्रूटर, उसको डिस्कार्ड हो जाता है वो ऑटोमेटिकली. So use a system format, proper systematic format use करो. Systematic format use करो. Photos ये वो लगाने की जरूरत नहीं. People keep saying whether there should be a photo, there should not be a photo. It's not compulsory. It's not compulsory for a photograph to be there. as उसके बाद word format use करो. It start a word format. Yes, photos are not mandatory. Yeah, एक word format use करो, or if you want you can use PDF format. Word format really works good guys. मैंने मेरा resume अपडेट किया था कई 7-8 साल पहले, but whenever still जब भी मैं I visit नौकरी I start getting calls, and it happens all the time. So एक word format start work for word format update करो, and उसके बाद guys your resume ना, it should be divided in sections. It should be divided in sections, and you know what is your job description. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी कोई बंदा जो है जावा के लिए अप्लाई कर रहा है, सो जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शंस जो रहते हैं, आइडियली स्पीकिंग अ पर्सन विल नो व्हाट वुड बी रिक्वायर्ड फ्रॉम यू इफ यू आर अप्लाइंग फॉर अ जावा जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन. रिक्रूटर क्या करता है, जब रेज्यूमेज अपलोड करता है एटीएस से, उसमें कुछ कीवर्ड्स डाल के रखता है. ही टाइप सम कीवर्ड्स देयर, लाइक स्प्रिंग डालेगा, बूट डालेगा, या फिर कोई भी फ्रेमवर्क के नाम डालेगा. सो यू नो दैट अच्छा ये रिक्वायरमेंट रहेगा. ओके, so what you have to do is you have to ensure that these words are repeated in your resume in different sections. Sections क्या रहते हैं, we will talk about that. ठीक है? So the whole point is वो जो कीवर्ड जो वहां पर ATS में है, that should be repeated in your resume in different sections, so that your resume gets privileged, and that keyword your resume gets ranks for that particular keyword. और ये होने पे फिर उसके बाद resume आपका recruiter को जाता है. So what would be the sections guys? Okay, let's talk about सबसे पहले ऊपर अपना नाम लिख दो. Get basic. I will also share a sample. I will just update the link of the sample in the same YouTube. I will just deactivate it after a while, but आज today EOT तक that sample would be there. If you want, you can download it. तो क्या होता है बेसिकली, नाम इन सेंटर, देन योर ईमेल आईडी, योर फोन नंबर, एंड आफ्टर दैट इफ यू आर अ फ्रेशर व्हाट इज योर ऑब्जेक्टिव. ऑब्जेक्टिव का जो कॉलम होता है, जस्ट अपडेट व्हाट इज योर ऑब्जेक्टिव. If you are a fresher, you can say that you are looking to get into Java development, or you are looking for a job of a Java developer, and you want to make your career, you want to be a good developer in expert developer in coming few years, something like that, wherein you can just highlight about what your objective is. Objectives will differ from person to person. Just think over it. But objective column में, if you are a fresher, and experience column में, snapshot summary column में, if you are experienced, the word of the profile that you are looking for, let it be there. If you are experienced, I am 5 years of I am a human resource professional with 5 years of experience in resource management group. So what I am covering here, human resource professional. 5 years of experience in global workforce management. अब ये जो words है, these are my keywords. These things will be repeated in the following section, and in the following section you will give the complete summary. If you are experienced, right? If you have worked in one company, two companies, three companies, what all things you have done in these companies, just elaborate those things point on point basis. Bullet points डाल के उसको elaborate करो. 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point. Okay, and this is a page which recruiters will see. Let's use the similar resume while sharing to the recruiters on emails as well, because they will see this first page. वहां पर उनको दिखेगा अच्छा ये experience है, these are the things that he has worked on. Then they will drill down to the other paragraphs. So एक skill set का summary मिल जाना चाहिए यहाँ पर ही. ओके, तो एक स्किल सेट का समरी जब इन लोग को मिल जाएगा, देन दे विल गो थ्रू द अदर पार्ट. पीपल से दैट 5-6 पेजेस के रेज्यूमेस रिक्रूटर्स कैसे रीड करेंगे? उन लोग तो सिर्फ लाइक 5 to 10 सेकंड्स देखते हैं एंड दे जस्ट skip to another resume. If you are updating a proper summary section, if you are a fresher, see if you have done any internship, write it there. If you have done through any training, write it there. Specifying that. And if you have experience, just sum up all the experiences that you have in this summary section. Section 2 है ये, और यहाँ पर भी your keywords will be repeated. Then in the third section, list down what actually you did in which company you worked in. Experience बताओ, one by one, one by one, one by one. Keep showing the experience. जो latest company है, right, उन लोग का experience सबसे ऊपर आता है. फिर उसके बाद write the name of the company, years of experience, and वहाँ पर elaborate करो. And guys, if you are not aware about what are the keywords which people will search for your skill set, थोड़ा सा spend some time on job search portals, look at the job descriptions which are there, and वो job descriptions उसमें जो भी words common है, ideally speaking, if you want to get a job in your resume for your skill set, for your experience, for your expertise, you have to update those things there. वो keywords रहेंगे. Try to start doing these things, and you will see that things will work differently for you. एक channels जो है, we have discussed about the channels, cover letter, ATS friendly kind of resume, websites भी approach करो. Or one more thing guys, there are few websites which can help you to learn the skill sets, which can help you to compete. There are different hackathons which are being competed, and if you clear this particular hackathon, these websites will also help you to get the interviews as well. In fact, some of the companies, they are hiring people using these particular platforms. And here we are not talking about direct platforms of the companies. We know how search engines are there. Similarly, there are different websites which are also there, like Hacker Earth, Hacker Rank, Tech Gig. Companies, they conduct their different hackathons, and if someone applies for that hackathon, if you clear the hackathon, then you will get a chance to appear for the interview. And if you clear the interview, you get a chance to go ahead and get work in that company. Yes, simple है. लोगों को मालूम नहीं है, बस efforts maximize करना होता है. The more you maximize the effort, the more you keep your mindset clear, and that is how things work for you. Because negativity काम नहीं करती है. It doesn't work in your life. It doesn't work in any of the process. Similarly, job search process में भी negativity काम नहीं करती है. You need to have patience. You need to do these things right, or automatically you will realize within no time. People who do things right, अपना we run some of the groups, right? As an initiative, we run some of the groups, some open free groups wherein we keep posting job requirements. People keep texting me. We keep conducting different workshops at regular intervals. जो भी seriously वो follow करता है, they get the job within no time. एक महीने के अंदर I have seen people having 2 to 3 offers in at once. 2 to 3 people having different offers. और तो इसको यूज करना शुरू करो. वॉच ऑल इंफॉर्मेशन विच आई शेयर्ड देयर, इसको यूज करना शुरू करो. स्टार्ट अप्लाइंग दिस. ओके, एंड okay, now guys, if you have any queries, right, we will wrap it up. Kal और एक बार I will be live. I will again come live. That recording will also be there on our YouTube platform. इसको भी अपन share करेंगे. And tomorrow we will talk about LinkedIn, और LinkedIn के बाद interview, how to clear the interview. So the key takeaways from this particular workshop is, first thing, know what you do, be very, very vigilant, because opportunities आते रहेंगे. If you are not vigilant, you will lose that opportunity, and someone else will get that opportunity. So you have to be very vigilant. Vigilant रहने के बाद do things right. आप अगर खाली बोलोगे मेरे को जॉब चाहिए, तो आपको कोई जॉब नहीं देने वाला है. आपको एक ईमेल आईडी मिल जाएगा, आपको रिक्वायरमेंट के बारे में मालूम पड़ जाएगा, आपको जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन के बारे में मालूम पड़ जाएगा, मगर आप आपका कवर लेटर नहीं लिख रहे हो, सब्जेक्ट लाइन नहीं लिख रहे हो, रेज्यूमे को रीनेम नहीं कर रहे हो, तो कोई आपका रिक्रूटर ओपन नहीं करेगा रेज्यूमे. बीइंग अ बिट हार्श हियर, so that you ensure that you start doing things right. And people ignore it, people overlook it. आप ATS friendly resume, just reframe your resume as I just said, or automatically you will automatically start getting some results side out there as well. तो उसके बाद जो है चैनल्स, मैक्सिमाइज एफर्ट करो. एक दो चैनल से कुछ नहीं होता. मैक्स 4 से 5 चैनल्स में अपना रेज्यूमे अपलोड करो, and keep refreshing it by keeping updated your resume skills. Your job locations there should be updated, because if you're not uploading the location where you are looking for a job, जब रिक्रूटर सर्च करता है ना जॉब प्रोफाइल ढूंढने के लिए, तो आपका प्रोफाइल आएगा भी नहीं. इफ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर अ जॉब इन कोलकाता लोकेशन, you have to update Kolkata as your preference. If you are not updating for Kolkata in site, but if you are looking in Kolkata, then it won't work for you. ठीक है, तो ये चीज़ें भी देख लो, कल वापस से आएंगे, और लेट्स सी. और guys, okay, one more thing which I want to share is, okay guys, we have been trying to do this thing full fledged. Okay, so people, this thing is something new that we have come up. We are going to charge people something very minimum. Like people, they are not providing the quality. Like I have seen the people, like they charge 1500 rupees or something for helping people reviewing their resumes and all these things, and people did not go ahead because people do not have trust factor with them. We have come up with a simple idea. We have in our particular platform, we will be giving a membership to the people for just 199 rupees. It's going to be for 30 days, and by applying for this, you will get your resume reviews, you will get your resumes reviews done freely, you will get your LinkedIn reviews done freely, you will get your cover letter review done freely, your ATS friendly resume review done freely. And all those, if there are any specific jobs which are specific to your skill set, they will be triggered to you one to one. You also get an opportunity to have a discussion with me once for that 30 days. With 30 days may you can also have a discussion with me, one or two discussion we will do in that 30 days time. We will review the process. You also get some access to some of the videos, which access are generally restricted. So overall में जो है, ये 30 days का membership रहेगा, and you will get all these things here. And the whole idea is to reach to the maximum people. और चीजें like free रहता है ना, it doesn't work. अगर if we keep things free, people do not take things seriously, or so charging something for that, it has to be mandatory, so that people charge it like 199 rupees से मेरा कुछ होने वाला नहीं है, to speak truth. But there has to be some charge to it, and then people, if they pay something, then they are more seriously in doing it. So एक reasonable tag है 199. Keep doing it. Or let me share something. Okay, just give me a sec, guys. People charge it like 199 rupees से मेरा कुछ होने वाला नहीं है, to speak truth. But there has to be some charge to it, and then people, if they pay something, then they are more seriously in doing it. So एक reasonable tag है 199. Keep doing. Link for becoming. Guys, I'm just pasting this link. 30 day membership है. Okay, if you feel that you should give a try for that, karo guys, rather than wasting time, or rather than wasting time, missing time, going to the wrong platforms, start doing this. You will get some of the excellent stuff, और you will see the difference. और 30 days time you will know how to do things right, और उसमें ही काफी सारी चीजें हो जाएगी. I just texted this. This thing will be there in YouTube link as well. So whoever sees it now, whoever sees it there on YouTube later, go ahead and enroll for this. You will start feeling the difference. बहुत बढ़िया. You will get the cover letter. You will get the review of ATS friendly resume. You will get the format of specimen of cover letter. You will get a format sample of ATS resume. You will get a guided webinar wherein you will actually be again told about how cover letter and these things are prepared, and you will get some of the stuff about channels of job search, and many things will be there as a part of this. And moreover, if you get some query, you can get in touch with me twice in this 30 days, and that is how you get your queries resolved. So उसके बारे में भी कर लो. Or now guys, if you have any queries specifically related to what we have covered now, just raise it. I can see that there are 2 people on Zoom, और यूट्यूब में कुछ 2-3 बंदे have been on and off. So we are keeping this for our group itself. Okay, we are not promoting it to non other people. As of now, we have kept it only for our jobs group, WhatsApp group. तो कुछ क्वेरीज है तो बोलो, उसके बाद अपन वाइंड अप करते हैं, फिर 4 बजे कल वापस से कनेक्ट करते हैं.
Sir, can you repeat the hackathon's websites?
Hackathon website, एक Santanu, are you a fresher or do you have some experience?
No, sir, I'm fresher.
Fresher. Because fresher है तो these see hackathon hacker rank is there, hacker
Okay.
earth is there, tech gig is there. अगर आप डेवलपमेंट आईटी फील्ड में है तो these 3 are the websites. Other than this, if you are specifically a fresher, then Internshala, do not miss this particular website. Few people say that there are few jobs which are fake there, but many people have got selected through Internshala, and that is the fact. That is what I have realized. So Internshala is there, then Naukri first is there, high risk is there. जो हाई रिस्क रहता है, इंटर्नशाला इज फॉर एवरीवन. हाई रिस्क में और नौकरी फर्स्ट में स्पेसिफिकली आईटी के रिक्वायरमेंट्स बहुत ज़्यादा रहते हैं. तो ट्रैक दीज थिंग्स आर आल्सो इज आल्सो देयर, एंड be on top of the post that we make in our WhatsApp groups, because whenever any specific fresher drive keeps coming, we will highlight it there if in case we come through that. और भी स्टार्टिंग में भी कवर्ड सम ऑफ द स्टफ, सो डू नॉट ओवरलुक दैट एज वेल. लाइक टेक महिंद्रा, विप्रो, कॉग्निजेंट का जेंसी हायरिंग के ड्राइव्स चलते रहते हैं. जस्ट बी ऑन टॉप ऑफ दिस एज वेल. और टू
Okay, sir.
स्पेसिफिकली आंसर, हैकर अर्थ है, हैकर रैंक है, टेकगिक है, और एक वैसिटम इज देयर, अनदर प्लेटफॉर्म शांतनु के. वैसिटम, WASITAM. This particular platform you will get all the sample question and answers, you will get reviews of the companies, you will get many things out there in this particular thing known as Vasitum. So go ahead and search for it and prepare well, and you will see things working for you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
और ये जो हैकर अर्थ है, जस्ट सी, इसमें फ्रेशर्स के भी रहते हैं, एक्सपीरियंस के भी रहते हैं, बट जनरली यहाँ पर एक्सपीरियंस के पोस्टिंग्स रहते हैं. बट येस, ये जो 3 प्लेटफॉर्म्स है, इसमें से देर आर फ्यू प्लेटफॉर्म्स who keep conducting various just for learning. Also there are different contests, you can keep applying for that, because once you appear for actual interview, then it would just like turn like a cakewalk for you.
Okay, sir. Actually, sir, I have done BTech in civil engineering, and now I just try to switch in IT. So I learned SAP MM. So if there is anything related to it, or any website which is really helpful for me, then you
Santanu,
can
you
suggest.
did your BTech in what field?
Civil, sir. Civil engineering.
When did you complete this?
Sir, 2020.
Acha, you recently. So try for internships, Shantanu. See, do not miss time. See, if we talk about SAP MM, I have seen some of the requirements which are there. Which, what is the name of that company? There was one specific company who was hiring people with MM, SAP MM. It was in Pune. Where are you based out of?
I am, sir, from UP, West UP, near Delhi.
West UP. Okay, you will keep getting these type of requirements, Anthony. But meanwhile, do one thing: internships पे focus करो. Because what will
Okay,
happen
sir.
is, if in case you do not get a permanent role right away, then I have seen people from our group itself, by doing internships they have turned into a permanent role there and there itself. Because hota kya hai, if someone tries to switch from one domain to another domain, that they have, then they have already people waiting there with their specific things, right? So there are people who are already waiting there, who are there into BTech or SAP MM karke baithe hai, so they will get that priority there. So keep trying for that, keep
Okay,
trying
sir.
for that, and keep working on towards that. But meanwhile जो है, look for these internships, because what will happen is you will have something to show there on your resume. और अगर permanent role मिलने में देर होता है तो these resumes में जो internships रहते हैं, they act as experience as well. I've seen these internships also act as a direct experience, and this will work. So ensure that you do these two things, Shantanu.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है, आई विल लेट यू नो SAP MM का अगर कुछ है. आर देयर एनी ट्रेनिंग्स दैट यू हैव बीन थ्रू?
Yes, sir. 3 months training from Noida, sir.
ठीक है, कुछ है तो जस्ट बी ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट. कुछ रहा तो वहां पर पोस्ट करोगे. एंड सी इफ यू वांट टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर 30 डे का प्रोग्राम, इट्स लाइक 199 रुपीज वाला है. बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट, जस्ट टेक अ कॉल. The link will be there in our YouTube. Hope you have applied for and subscribed to our YouTube channel, Shantanu.
Yes, sir.
उसमें देखो, उसमें ये वहां पर भी लाइव टेलीकास्ट हो रहा है. वहां पर लिंक करके जो डिसाइड या ऑनगोइंग बेसिस पे रहेगा, तो देयर इज नो हार्ड एंड फास्ट थिंग फॉर दैट. ठीक है.
ठीक है, sir. Okay.
ओके. एनीथिंग एल्स, शांतनु?
No, sir.
ठीक है. अखिला, एनीथिंग, एनी क्वेरी?
Things are, we know this already ATS from, it's pretty clear.
Okay. Or Akila was a part of one of our sessions earlier, so she has already made ATS format resume, and like things has drastically worked since then. Like काफी सारे requirements, काफी सारे. Akila, if you can just share that experience with you, what happened after making the ATS friendly resume and how it was there prior to that.
Yes, before the when trying for interview, so I'm not much clearing the which portion has to place in the resume, what kind of the things has to place. So while switching to the job, also I like to know some awareness about it. So after attending the session, just meditating what you tell now, like ATS friendly kind of resume. So you need to keep keeping your profile keywords like. I'm like, for example, a person is trying for Java developer. So he has to use Spring Boot or like Spring. So the market is like hiring the technologies like most microservices or like Angular. It depends on the which skill set. So at least get idea, irrespective of firstly you need to know if you're like tester. So do research some in the platforms, like which are the trending technologies they are hiring. So for Java, Spring Boot, microservices, REST API, these are the things. And coming to testing and coming to SAP or anything. So know the awareness of the technologies like trending in the market. So those are things you have to learn and put in the your resume and proper order you also say. So you it's like experience or like job fresher. So you need to explain your kind of having the possessive technologies means like for 2 years experience or what you have done in 2 years step by step like I'm like good at code Java collection and then I'm like good exposure of Spring Boot meaning some application using Maven. So those keywords you have to use in your job profile and then your technical skill set and maintaining of your. And one more thing I observed in ATS friendly, not only you need to place technical stuff, also well you need to place some soft skills like because every person will having the same technical skills but the differentiate will come depends upon the placing of your soft skills, nothing your written skills like ability to multifunctional thing and like a consistent nature of learning good we are like good at some R&D. So it's like make a uniqueness in that soft skills like what we can say, personal skill, development skills. You can use that one. So while recruiting, while people like go through your resume, this the key highlights will be in your resume. Okay, this is the person, some unique. So that is the thing I have highlighted. So know your strengths, what you are like the soft skills and place in your resume, and
I will
what
tell
you
you
are written.
Akila. Okay, what has happened is Akila has made it in a format of ATS resume, ATS friendly, और उसके बाद जो है like her email box was all flooded and इतने ज़्यादा requirements emails ये वो सब requirements आना शुरू होते हैं. So whole point is कि what all things Akila just said and I just shared वैसे टाइप में resumes बनाओ. And if you actually are getting stuck for making ATS resume ये वाला तो उसमें as I said वो programs को membership को upgrade करो, upgrade that particular membership program. वहाँ पर we will share you some of the samples, some of the guided recordings as well, and 199 rupees is like not a big deal, so just make maximum out of it. Okay, और कौन Animesh, yes Animesh, if you have any query you can just talk Animesh, that should be fine.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah Animesh, tell me.
Sir, actually, I have done in my BTech in 2020 pass out in electronic stream.
Okay.
Sir, my query is, sir, till now, as my criteria is less than 60, so many more companies are not eligible. So, sir,
See
these are
Animesh,
problem. Sir, I have skill regarding in Java running on. So, sir, my resume, sir, how to build resume, sir? The project.
see, you joined in a bit late Animesh, right?
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
the recording of this particular webinar is also available on our YouTube channel. Are you aware of our YouTube channel?
yeah.
So usme this live recording has been telecast there as well. So we have discussed all the details about what you should do, how you should get a job, some of the internship options if you are finding it tough to get. And I have seen personally that there are many companies who keeps reducing the required slab as well for getting a job. For example, if you say that you have a 60% overall CGPA and related to something like that, there are companies, if they have some big requirements, then at times if the role is not that challenging, they reduce it. I have commonly seen it happening with some of the companies. So Animesh, I have just texted the YouTube link. First of all, again go through this entire webinar. You being a fresher, we have spoken about some of the platforms which are there for freshers, how to make a cover letter, how to make a, we have covered quite a few things in this particular webinar. And if in case you get still stuck, then we have been running a workshop, like, we have been running a membership program. It's like 30-day membership program. If you become a part of that, then you will also get some samples of all cover letter. You go through this particular webinar, you will understand it. I've just pasted the link and it is also pasted in the comment section of the YouTube as well.
yes, sir.
Anything
Sir,
else Anish?
sir, I have 2020 pass out till now as fresher or experienced student
नहीं
person.
नहीं, see the competition has increased for you. 2020 pass out बोले तो like 22 batches, 21 batches, and these batches are also there. But many companies like Tech Mahindra, when they were recently hiring freshers, they were open for hiring 2019, 2020, 2021 as well. So you do not have experience, right? Till the time you do not have experience, you are a fresher. But the problem happens if the gap between you getting a job and you completing the education, if that gap keeps getting big, and if you are not doing something productive here, then that turns to be a challenge. So you have to keep going through some trainings. You have to keep applying for internships. You have to go for internships. Some internships will be there. We have discussed about that in detail in this particular webinar workshop. So you have to keep doing that so that you update this in your resume, and by doing this you will get a job there. और अगर उसके बाद भी like there are still many companies who still are considering 20 pass out as a fresher. So be on top of what we have been posting, and things will automatically work for you. मगर जब तक जॉब नहीं मिला आप फ्रेशर ही रहते हैं. बट द प्रॉब्लम इज जितना ज़्यादा टाइम होता है कि फ्रेशर उसको कंसिडर नहीं करते, लेटेस्ट फ्रेशर्स आ गए तो पीपल विल कंसिडर देम. So maximize efforts. Go through this webinar completely. Do not miss it. It's very important for you.
Okay, sir.
And
So
join
till
tomorrow. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, sharp 4 o'clock, I will be conducting another webinar. It's again going to be related to LinkedIn, how to use LinkedIn for getting a job, and how you clear an interview. So join that particular webinar. That would be helpful for you all again.
sir, thank you, sir.
Most welcome. Okay, guys. Anything else, or shall we wrap up? Akila, anything? Anything? Shantanu? Anything? Animesh?
Sir,
No, sir.
I have till now as experience fake experience now. Uh, सर सर मैं अभी तक सर 2020 पास आउट सर टिल नाउ आज वो से कब तक सर एक्सपीरियंस सर्टिफिकेट पका सकते हैं डाल सकते हैं
No, see, Animesh, the whole point is fake and all these things, right? I will discuss few things tomorrow on this. Okay, I will discuss these things tomorrow on this. But a recruiter will understand within no time whether you are actually experienced or whether you are fake.
सर
So, but anyways, fake mein ye wo we will not talk about details. But tomorrow we will talk about what are the expectations from a person. What are the
ओके सर
expectations from a person? What he has updated in your resume? How should he be prepared for that? How he should talk in an interview? We will prepare. We will talk about that, and those things will help you to understand what you can do and how you can do.
ओके सर
But yes, if
थैंक
you're
यू
talking about fake and all these things, if I am recruiting you, if I come through your resume and if I realize that you are fake, then definitely you are not getting selected. But there are a few things like we will talk about what is expected from a resume, what is expected from a person to talk, how you should prepare. That will help you to understand what and how you should do, how your resume should be. And meanwhile, do not ignore internships. Internships try karo. ये particular recording, just go through it once again.
ओके सर
And what is there in your resume? If a resume is applied by an experienced person, he should be in a position to talk about what's there in a resume. If he is applying for a fresher, he should be in a position to talk about what he has done till now. The resume and you should go hand in hand. If you are able to do that, then you will just come out of the interview of flying colors. We will talk about all those things tomorrow.
ओके सर
Okay,
थैंक
chalo
थैंक
guys. One more thing, Animesh. If you are really struggling, I have just pasted a link in Zoom और YouTube का देखो वहाँ पर भी है ये membership program 30 days का है 199 rupees we are charging. उसमें cover letter, ATS, 2 discussions, काफी सारे चीजें हैं. Apply for that. Do not mess up things.
ओके सर
Okay, all right, guys. Chalo, take care.
थैंक यू सर
See you tomorrow. Akela, Shantanu, see if you can come tomorrow once again. We are not rolling it and not advertising it to outside people as of now. We may just post it here and there, but it's there for our specific group. So make maximum out of it.